Hi, welcome to Facebook Live. Happy Saturday, everybody. First, let's just say, how cute are these earrings? If you like these, send me a little note and I'll put you in touch with my niece. I got these from Tara Thompson and they just came in the mail yesterday. I love them. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about problems. We all have problems, and today we're going to talk about how every problem has a solution. I know, it's true. Every problem has a solution. So today I'm going to give you a 5-step formula to solve any problem. So I got this idea back when I was in college. I have to tell you that math, I was a procrastinator when it came to math, and I put it off till my very last final class. Right before I graduated, I finally took math, and I have to tell you, I loved it. It was amazing. And I thought, all right, this girl likes math. What is happening? But what I liked about it was you had a problem, you had a formula, and you came up with a solution. There was no debate, no opinions. It was either right or wrong. It wasn't based on someone's experience of whatever happened with them. It was just a formula and an answer, and it was great. It was comforting. And I've realized over the years that, we can apply a formula to life's problems. And I know life's problems aren't cut and dry like solving for X, but there's 5 steps we can do, we can apply to problems of our world today that can get us to a solution. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today and how to get there. So the first step in solving a problem, the first step is problem equals definition. So what exactly is your problem? You have to define the problem before you can solve it. And what happens is if you don't fully accurately define what your problem is, you'll come up with a solution for the wrong problem. So that's the first step. And the most important part of this is to really you have to cut through the emotion. You have to look at the data, look at the facts, and figure out what truly is the root cause? What is the problem? And that's what you have to do in the first step. Bob Marley has a quote, and he said, every problem has a solution. And if there is no solution, there is no problem. So accurately defining the problem is often the key to the solution. So that's formula step number 1. Formula step number 2 is solve for X. What's your X? X is, what is it you want? What is your goal? Begin with the end in mind, like Robert Covey, what I'm talking about. What is it that you want? So I know your first reaction of what you want to do when you have a problem is, to curl up in the fetal position, right? But think about, what is it your goal? Where do you want to be? Because it's just critical defining what the best solution is for you and how to get there. I mean, if your problem is a clogged drain, the solution is way different than if your problem is a troubled marriage. So figure out, what is your X? What is it you really want? The third step in the formula is brainstorm equals breaking it down. And this is where you have to come up with your options. What are your alternatives? What are the possibilities of what you can do? Potential solutions. And this is where you have to get creative. You have to think outside the box. Deepak Chopra tells us, don't think outside the box, get rid of the box. There's no idea as a bad idea. So think of all the potential options you have in front of you to solve the problem. The thing to always remember is, though, the answer is inside of you. You just need to let it come out. And we all have that. You just have to let it come out. It's that easy. The fourth step in this formula is to choose one. Your first choice may be to run and hide, but running only gets you further away from the solution. And you just need to trust your gut. Now, how often has your gut told you to do something and then you did the opposite? This happens to me a lot, only to find out your gut was right. You need to trust yourself and to trust the fact that your gut doesn't lie. Trust that intuition. Trust that gut. Albert Einstein said we cannot solve our problems with the same kind of thinking that got us into them. So trust your gut, trust your intuition, but you have to choose one of your solutions, which leads us to the 5th and final step in the formula, and it's execute plus evaluate. And I have to tell you, this is so important, but no decision no decision is worse than the wrong decision. So you make a choice and you're worried if you're going down the right path or not. The thing is, you'll learn, you'll know, make a decision, make a choice, go down that path. And if you're going down the wrong path, you can course correct. You'll find out if you're going down the wrong path because your inner guidance can't guide you if your feet are standing still. You have to take action or you'll never get to the solution. You have to take that first step, and it's hard and it's scary, but that's the only way you're going to get there. You know, solving for X in a math class is way easier than solving for X in life problems. I know, I get that. Life is messy, complex, and difficult. And problems are big, hard, and scary, but sometimes it's a matter of life and death. Sometimes it's a medical diagnosis. Sometimes it's a broken, shattered heart. Sometimes it's you're feeling so depressed you can't get off the couch, you don't know what to do. You have to go through these steps to figure out what your options are, and you have to take action. But one thing I can tell you, I know for sure, the consistent truth to solving for X in every step of this formula is to keep prayer as the common denominator. You need to pray before, during, and after every one of these 5 steps, and you are sure to find a solution. So, I went through this quickly. I think I put some notes. I'll put notes in this when I post it of what these formula steps are. But prayer is so important. And that's what we want to do right now. I want to say a prayer for all of you who are watching, who have a problem. And I'm not talking the clogged drain or a flat tire. I'm talking about those real problems. Like maybe your stomach has a spare tire, or maybe your marriage is in trouble, or maybe your spouse is an alcoholic. Maybe you're an alcoholic. Maybe you're fighting depression. Maybe you're having family issues, or maybe you hate your job, and maybe just getting out of bed in the morning is a problem. That's what we're going to pray for. So if you are praying in agreement with me, just drop some prayer hands in the comments below, because I believe that God uses the power of social media and the power of Facebook and all of this stuff for good. And we can pray in agreement, and we can pray for each other and pray for everyone watching this. So Father, I lift up everybody watching this video right now and pray for healing, praying for guidance, praying that they find the steps that they need to find and the guidance they need to get to a solution for their problem. And Father, help them trust their gut. Help them trust themselves. Help them find the solution in the problem, because we know that there is a solution for every problem, and we know that with you on our side, we're going to find it. So together we pray in agreement, and we know we're going to get there. So that concludes my live for today. But if you prayed in agreement with me, just drop some prayer hands down below. Maybe tag a friend that might need to hear this, because life is short and life is hard, and it doesn't have to be that way. We're not in it alone. You're not in this alone. So, all right. Happy Saturday, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you, and God bless.